It's all about building relationships. Be sincere with people. Listen. There's a problem. Do your best to help resolve it. Come back. Be honest. Have open, honest conversations. What we can do, what we might not be able to do. But you're building trust when you're doing that.
And now I have the pleasure of sitting with John Nitzel. John, thank you for joining me here on Mind Your Business.
My pleasure.
So we're coming to, the listeners hear background noise, and that's because we are coming from this event, a Saul Friedman and Company Business Academy. This is an event that was sponsored in conjunction by Investors Bank, and the topic tonight is understanding the bank's perspective, and that's one of the reasons why I wanted to have John Nitzel on. John is a senior vice president and deals with government relations,
yes.
Government banking. Perhaps first just describe what is a typical day like for you?
Well, my day is very interesting. I'm responsible for our government banking portfolio and also our advisory boards. So it's two different lines of business. Government banking, we are now the largest depositor of government funds in the state of New Jersey, something
Wow.
we're very proud of. We started the business 10 years ago, and now we've grown it to be the number one bank in the state, which we're very, very proud of.
Mazel tov.
Thank you. And we did that with really focusing on building relationships, driving good service, and being there for our clients and listening. And that's how we did it. And then we're at the conventions, we're at the conferences, we're there, we're seeing, building the brand. And a lot has to, I think much of the reasons people want to bank with us, the municipalities, the school boards, is because they see us in the communities. We're out there, we're active, and they say, these are good people, we want to bank with them.
People think it's just a cliche, right? Half the job is showing up or whatever.
Yes.
And it really is that way.
It is.
It's not just a cliche. People think, what's going to happen? I'm going to show up. I don't know if anyone's going to recognize me. You know what? Just show up.
Yes.
And start pounding the pavement. And guess what? It's like here, after 10 years, Investors Bank is number one, the leader in that space. That took time. It doesn't happen overnight.
Yes, it did. And I look back, and we were given the opportunity to build that business based on our involvement in the communities. That's
special.
what did it. People wanted us to come in and bid on their business.
John is sharing such an important tip, and that is, making that effort. So many people in life, they say, well, if I show up to one event, of course I'll go. If I make $1,000, I'll make $10,000. But if I don't know if I'm going to be successful, they don't show up. It doesn't work like that.
No.
You got to put the seeds in the ground, and then life will take place, and good things are going to happen as long as you put in the effort.
And I think it starts with Kevin Cummings' philosophy. His philosophy of we're going to work hard, we're going to deliver a good product, give quality service, we will be profitable, but then we're going to give back. And he means that. And he encourages all of us to get involved with organizations that mean something to us.
So, John, that brings up, and I've heard speakers talk about it tonight, and I've heard about it in the past from my good buddies at Investors. How often do members of your bank's team volunteer their time for, to serve the community, and the nonprofits in their local communities?
Just about all of the colleagues that I know in the bank are giving of their time. Quite a bit. Now, I'm actually sitting on 7 not-for-profit boards right now.
7?
It's a stretch. But you got involved with one, and the others asked you to join, and you didn't want to give up the one you're involved with. So, yeah, at times it's a stretch. But you know what? What did Winston Churchill once say? You make a living from what you get. You make a life from what you give back. And you are giving back your time, your effort. And also, the foundation of the bank supports us.
That's special. Let's talk about the Investors Care to Share program. It's a really creative and an interesting approach to supporting nonprofits. Perhaps you could tell us a little bit about that program, the Care to Share program by Investors Bank.
Yeah. It's an affinity program. And what we're doing is we're giving our clients the opportunity to direct our giving to not-for-profits. The not-for-profit has an account with us. and you are associated with that not-for-profit. You come in and say, you know, I like that not-for-profit. I'd like you to associate me with them. What we do is quarterly, we look at all the accounts that are associated with that not-for-profit. The not-for-profit never knows anything. And we look at what they're keeping with us with their banking relationship. And we, in turn, make a donation to the not-for-profit. Now, it does not affect the individual's account. Some people get confused. Say, "Oh, you're taking my interest." No, we're not doing that.
It's over and above from the bank.
Yes, but you're helping direct us with respect to where we're giving our donations. It's a great program, and it's one that's a natural. It's great for not-for-profits.
John, before I let you go, I always get a thrilled, and so do the listeners of the Mind Your Business program at 77 WABC, by asking executives, share with the listeners a tip. You could share even more than one, but certainly one tip that you would say is an important takeaway for anyone in the business world.
Well, you nailed it earlier when you said, first of all, you have to show up.
Yeah.
You have to show up.
It's true.
And I think the best tip I could give is it's all about building relationships. Be sincere with people. Listen. There's a problem. Do your best to help resolve it. Come back. Be honest. Have open, honest conversations. What we can do, what we might not be able to do. But you're building trust when you're doing that. And you build that relationship. They want to bank with you, and they feel very comfortable inviting their friends or asking their friends around and say, no, go to the bank, go to
because the
investors.
relationship is real.
Right.
That they see as genuine.
Yes, and they feel very good about it and confident that you'll treat my friend or relative well. You'll do right by them. And I think that's the best tip I could give anybody.
Folks, now you know why I corralled John Itzel to get on the show. Anyway, sharing advice like this. John, thank you so much for joining me here on Mind Your Business.
Thank you very much.
I love the honor of interviewing C-level executives and sharing their great advice and perspective on Mind Your Business. I'd love to get your feedback. Post it in the comments below and subscribe. You'll never miss an edition of Mind Your Business.